Hello, teacher. How are you? My best wishes for your daily routine. This is my short presentation about how I would assess to my students about their reading the reading skills. Uh, Before starting, it is important to mention that this kind of assessment has been designed for elementary students, for kids, for young kids. Okay, let's start. All right, the first task I have named pictures and words matching. The objective of this task is to improve the student's ability to recognize and match word with their corresponding pictures. So, uh, a brief postscript. Um, when I named this task, when I say that I named this task pictures and words, it's just a way of saying it is because the development of this activity of this task I did with a previous research and all these tasks have scientific basis. So I will leave the references at the end of the presentation. Okay, process. How to carry out this task. First, the teacher should create some flashcards with pictures of common objects or common objects or words. For example, orange, apple, a dog, a cat, a car, etc., which are appropriated for the level of the students. After that, uh, the students should work in pairs or in small groups or even alone. Followed by this, the teacher must show the flashcards to the students with their corresponding object word. With their corresponding object word, I mean, is the picture and below the picture have to be the word that correspond to the picture. Okay, this all have to be writing in a small piece of paper, in a sheet of paper. So the students have to match the flashcard with the corresponding word or object written on a sheet of paper. Once the students have finished it, the students must go over the answer as a class and have the students to explain their reasoning for each matching. Okay. Next. Okay. Finally, uh, it should be noted how we can apply this task in a EFL classroom. Good. This task can be used like a pre-reading or post-reading activity to help students to improve their ability to recognize and match words with their corresponding figures with their corresponding pictures. It is also important to note that this activity can be used to reinforce vocabulary and build the students' confidence in reading new words. Okay. For the task two, for the second task, I named it word searching. The objective of this task, the reason for this task is that this task is similar like the first one. Uh, um, the objective of this task is to improve the students' ability to recognizing words and pronouncing these words. So how we do this? Well, how we can do this in this tag? I will see in the next slide. Okay, the steps to carry out this task of the process that we can must follow to carry out this task is to create a puzzle in which the students must find words. These words have to be related to the topic that the students have been studying around the week, around the month, or even around the class. For example, the puzzle have to be related to animals, to colors, to fruits, everything that can have has to do with their vocabulary. They are student. They are students. Sorry. Followed by this, the students will have to work in pairs or individually, and they have to circle the words that they are finding in the puzzle. Once the students have their finished this work, they have to compare these answers with theirs with their classmates and pronounce the words they have found. Um, Additionally to this task, the students can write the words that they found it in the puzzle. They have to write it in their notebook. Okay, and finally, the application of this task in an EFL classroom, and how we can this be used in a class, or how can it help us. This task is a useful as a pre-reading or a post-reading activity. This one help to the students uh, when we are teaching them new vocabulary. When we want them to learn new vocabulary, with this as the student will learn to recognize and and they're gonna recognize new words, um, and they can also reinforce the vocabulary. Okay. Finally, on the screen, I'm showing the reference that I used to carry out this presentation. I hope you have understood me well, and I hope you have a nice day, teacher. Thank you very much.